AITA for refusing to give my brother a character letter to help his court trail after what he did to a friend's daughter. To start, my name's Lily, and I'm 28 years old, 6 months pregnant, and feeling like my entire world has been turned upside down by my family. I have an older brother, Tom, 31, who's always been my closest family member. Growing up, he was my rock. We were a tight-knit family, and Tom, though he has autism, was this sweet and protective older brother who always had my back. Until now, that is, what I'm about to say makes my skin crawl, and I can hardly believe I'm talking about the same person. About a month ago, I found out that my brother had been having an inappropriate relationship with a 14-year-old girl named Sophia. She's the daughter of a close friend of mine, Rachel. This wasn't a one-time thing either. Evidence shows this had been going on for months. The text messages Rachel showed me were explicit and left no room for doubt. They even proved that he knew what he was doing was wrong. He said as much in the text, acknowledging he could end up in prison for it. When Rachel broke the news to me, I felt my whole world shatter. I could see the heartbreak in her eyes, and I knew that I would never be able to apologize enough for what my brother had done to her family. I stammered out an apology, feeling this unbearable shame, and we hugged, but it felt hollow. Afterward, Rachel told me she needed space, and I completely understood. I could hardly blame her for wanting to cut off contact. Then, I had to face Tom. I confronted him, and his excuses were nauseating. He claimed he didn't fully understand, that he didn't mean any harm. But that was all tainted by the fact that he knew. He knew what he was doing was wrong, yet he did it anyway. In that moment, I felt this overwhelming sense of betrayal. The brother I thought I knew was gone. I decided then and there that I couldn't support him or even have him in my life anymore. My parents, though, refused to see things the way I did. They stuck by Tom, insisting that his autism was to blame, that he didn't understand. It felt like they were trying to rewrite the story, as if there was some alternate reality where what he did was excusable. They had seen the same text messages, but they were clinging to any shred of innocence they could, as if holding on to their version of Tom was more important than facing the truth. My mom is terminally ill, and she's been the one pushing the hardest. She keeps saying that she doesn't want to die with her son in prison. She even called me, crying, saying it wasn't that bad, begging me to reconsider. That sentence, that what he did wasn't that bad, echoed in my head for days. I couldn't comprehend how she could say that, knowing he preyed on a child who's practically family to us. To make matters worse, Tom's lawyer approached us and suggested we each write character letters to the judge, a way to paint a full picture of who Tom is. My parents latched onto the idea, insisting it was the least we could do to help him. They wanted me to write about the Tom I used to know, the brother who used to carry me on his shoulders, who read to me at night, who was kind and protective. But how could I? I told them no. My husband was completely on my side, saying he couldn't imagine letting our daughter, who'll be born in a few months, grow up around someone capable of doing something so vile. We talked for hours trying to figure out the right thing to do. Every time I considered writing the letter, my stomach turned. The idea of pretending that he was still my hero felt like I'd be betraying not only Sophia, but my future daughter as well. My parents, though, didn't stop. They begged, they pleaded, and they reminded me of my mom's illness, saying that I'd regret this decision one day. But how could I prioritize my brother's future over the safety and well-being of others? How could I help him avoid accountability? After a few weeks of their relentless pressure, I finally made the call. I told my parents I wouldn't be a part of this. I wouldn't write a letter, I wouldn't visit Tom, and I wouldn't let him be a part of my life or my child's life. My parents were devastated, especially my mom. She accused me of abandoning the family, and in a way, I guess I am. But here's the thing. I refuse to enable my brother. I refuse to pretend he's some innocent, misunderstood person when he's hurt a child, especially a child I know and love. And I refuse to stand by while my parents try to brush this under the rug. I've since cut off my parents entirely. I want my child to grow up in a family that stands up for what's right, not one that makes excuses for something so inexcusable. It's hard. There's no other way to say it. It's gut-wrenching. I always wanted my child to have 2 sets of grandparents, but I realized that my husband's parents will be enough. We'll create our own family, one that isn't tainted by denial and excuses. As I sit here now, I feel a strange mix of sadness and relief. It's like I'm mourning the family I thought I had. I miss the closeness we shared, but I can't overlook what's happened. My only hope is that Rachel and Sophia can find peace somehow, though I know my family's betrayal must sting deeply for them. My husband has been a rock, reminding me that we're building a future based on integrity and safety for our child. I know deep down I did the right thing, even if it feels lonely right now. It hurts, but I refuse to let my child be exposed to people who would justify or excuse such behavior. I'm not sure where I'll go from here, or if my family will ever forgive me. But for the first time, I feel like I'm truly standing up for what I believe in. So, Reddit, AITA for refusing to give my brother a character letter?